Good evening, everybody. It's another edition of the IWC Radio podcast from, just an average week here of the programs. Talking about Crown Jewel and the fallout from it, as well as some of the WWE stuff as well. I'm Smoot, along with Chucks and Will. How you guys doing this evening on this fine Saturday night?
Yeah, pretty good. Not too bad.
There it is again.
Every time I set it up, it's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. It's cool.
Is it how many 400 episodes now, and it's still like, you wait for me to go. I'm not going to go.
Well,
Yeah,
not too bad. It's definitely getting colder here now.
yeah, same here.
freezing tonight.
Yeah,
It's currently raining here. Believe it or
So I
not.
don't mind rain, because if it's raining, it's usually quite warm. Because of the clouds and stuff. But if it's not raining,
I mean, yeah. Usually, I associate rain with cold sometimes, but
it can be.
It-
Don't get me wrong.
it can be
but
warm,
normally-
too.
Yeah. No, it's. What are we now? It's 7 degrees Celsius right now. So,
Mm.
it's not freezing, but it's not warm either.
gotcha. And it's not freezing here. It's just chilly and cold and wet.
it's getting there.
Yeah.
It was staying fairly warm right up until November. Like, well, not warm, but bearable. And now, it's finally changing.
I did
Coming
see
up to
though.
Christmas.
It's possibly going to improve a bit next week. I'm sure I've seen that on the weather.
It's actually going to
earlier.
get warmer again.
Not like, we're talking summer type levels, but so I'm stuck on the BBC now. Well, yeah, not too. It's going to
my
get to
office
about
is
12.
Yeah.
That's still not bad for the middle of November.
True. Actually, feels like 13. 13, the real feel. Later on today.
Apparently, that's an AccuWeather gimmick. The real field temperature.
Yeah, I've seen it somewhere else as well. That's just a WWE gimmick. I've seen it before somewhere.
Which I think I kind of enjoy it, but it's just a silly little gimmick.
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny. Didn't do it this year. Didn't do it.
No, they haven't done it in a while.
I think it was just that one.
Is that first one? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's people sourced it and they were like, "This is bullshit."
It must have been really warm for them to acknowledge it.
What was that?
I don't know. What was that?
That was phone noise. Obviously, you guys haven't downloaded the new Pokemon trading card game app.
You're right, because I'm not
Clearly
a big
not.
Pokemon
No.
guy.
How could you
No, neither am I really.
not be? That is to remind me that I have one of my 2 daily free packs. I can open a booster pack.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I can choose the Charizard pack, the Mewtwo, or the Pikachu pack. Which one's kind of options?
Sorry, I mean that's good and all that. Sorry, I've just been distracted by something. I've got for some reason got the UFC on TV right now. There's must be a UFC event on tonight.
Is there anyone that I've heard of on it?
I don't think so. Here's the main event. Let's have a look. We've got Carlos Prates. I don't know how you say that. Versus Neil Magny.
Neil Magny. Okay, I think I've heard that name.
Can't say his name. The thing that distracted me, sorry, they went to like a betting thing where they did the latest odds on who's going to win each fight. And the name of the presenter, and I'm not making this up, the name of the presenter of this segment was called Minty Bets.
That's an NXT name.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Minty Bets.
There she is. Yeah, Minty Bets.
Sorry, just totally distracted me. Someone called Minty Bets.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I heard like a news story that WWE wants out of the sports betting market.
Yeah. So I hear.
Yeah, well, there was talk that they were gonna sort of go all in on it, so to speak, wasn't it? And they were gonna do their own sort of thing with, how you could bet on how many chair shots there might be or something like that, or just You could really bet on, like you can with most things these days. You could bet on every intricate thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was thought that they were in discussions with, I think it was DraftKings or one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, apparently now it's not happening. They don't want anything to do with it at all. So probably for the best. I think there's something like wrestling. I think there's too much scope for fraud and things like that, isn't there? So.
Well, isn't betting still mostly illegal in the US? Is that like only in certain places you're allowed to do sports betting?
Certain states, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
States, right? Seems crazy. It's betting, you know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think AEW has over WWE, sports betting.
They just do it all
They've got-
through Vegas or something. They seem to have a deal with Las Vegas. They do a lot of shows there.
I guess, yeah.
They've got a deal with DraftKings, haven't they? They've seen them mentioned quite a few times on their shows.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, I still think, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have placed the odd pound or two on, usually the Rumble.
Oh, just
Usually
on,
the Rumble,
yeah.
because you don't know, because, you know, it's probably the most unpredictable match in wrestling. Some years it can be
Some
anyway.
years.
But yeah, I wouldn't do it often because I just think it's it's scripted entertainment. And at the end of the day, it's silly. But
Well, they know who's going to win. I don't, unfortunately.
well, yeah,
It's true,
well,
yeah.
I just think if you know the little things like you say, you were talking about how many pinfalls there might be, or how many times someone would go outside the ring or something like that. You know, I suppose things like that aren't as relative to the finish, then maybe that could be doable. But you just guesswork, that isn't it really?
Well, yeah, but then even if it's number of pinfalls or something, even that you can script if you wanted to.
Oh
If you
yeah,
wanted to,
of course
yeah.
you should, yeah.
So I don't know. It's one of those weird ones. I think you'd have to. Don't they usually cap the amount that you can win on it? You know, you can't put crazy bets on wrestling.
Really? Yeah.
That's how it used to be way back in the day. I don't know if that's changed, but like,
Well, I'm still surprised when I think Sky Bet, one of the big major companies over here, I think they've stopped wrestling betting now. I haven't seen it on there for a while.
I haven't seen it on Paddy Power for a little while. Yeah.
So I think they might have. I'm really surprised they ever did, to be honest with you, just because it's so, you know, obviously we all know it's scripted entertainment. Spoiler
There
if
are
anyone
people
listening,
who
by the
could
way.
take advantage
It is
of it,
fake.
yeah.
Just a quick spoiler if anyone listening, you know, it's not real.
What?
Said it now.
But there is too much scope, I think, for, you know, anyone who might slightly be in the business could make a fair few quid out of if they knew what they would bet on.
But then they would be disqualified, presumably. You're not allowed to bet if you're insider, you know.
Well, you're not, but you could easily get someone else to do it for you, couldn't you?
I think that's also illegal. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely doable.
Oh no, yeah. Well, look at the football here. Look, what was the player recently? He got done. What was his name? Played for Brentford.
Well,
Ivan
Tony
Toney,
did, but
yeah.
he didn't bet on his own games. I thought that he would bet on other stuff.
Well, yeah, but
There was
think
someone who
it's-
bet on his own games though, but I think he bet on himself to
Probably
win,
is.
so there's no conflict of interest.
wasn't there a referee as well who was betting on games? And
That's
just
really
take
dodgy.
the piss a bit. How many yellow cards are you gonna give? I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
See how it goes. See how it swings.
But yeah, I think that's probably for the best. I think we don't have betting in wrestling. It's corrupt already.
I always found it fun. Not that I bet
Corrupt.
on it a whole lot, but I liked having the option. You know, sometimes something would come up, and I think,
Mm.
no way. Cody's definitely winning here.
Speaking of,
Speaking of, oh no, I haven't finished my my results here.
Is that right?
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh.
Crown Jewel 2024. Yeah, I don't have the numbers quite added up just yet, but I soon will. You both saw the show, right? We started watching it together. I remember that much.
I read about it. Was it Crown
You
Jewel?
didn't?
No, I don't think we started
We
watching
watched
it.
together.
No,
No,
because I would have been
Crown
up
Jewel
at
on the
around
after
11 in the
show.
morning.
Oh, that's right. No, I'm
And
thinking of the one the week before, and
I didn't realize. I completely forgot until like the day after when I went to bed. I was like, "Oh yeah, Crown Jewel. What happened?" And I kind of pieced together how well I did here. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I did watch it live for my sins. I did. I was supposed to be going to a party that day, but didn't go because it wasn't happening. So ended up watching the whole thing live, start to finish.
How'd you like it?
It wasn't bad. It was okay. I've seen worse shows.
Fair enough.
Pretty good. There was a bit of a lull in between. We'll get to that in a minute, but I think you get that at most shows these days, don't you? There was a bit of an off match, an off bit.
So Randy Orton, Kevin Owens just didn't happen. Wait, I don't
No,
remember
so
this at all.
do you want to get to that? Or do you want me to do?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I do. Yeah, of course. Okay, no, let's run through it as it happened. The kickoff was the Bloodline. I thought this
was
even be the main event, but yeah, well, they started off strong. The Usos, the I forget. I think he's the blue Uso. Didn't seem to fall in line quite as much as the others would have liked. He's doing a little too well for himself. So the old Bloodline not on the same page just yet. Actually, they ended up losing, believe it or not. Roman Reigns pinned by a couple of Umaga spikes, and Solo, the new tribal chief, beats the original tribal chief. Imagine that. That is points for me, Smoot, and Beans, but not you, Will.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about it?
I thought I went. Well, obviously, it didn't. No more question. I thought I did right for the others, but yeah, I didn't see that coming. To be honest with you, afterwards, anyway, after my prediction.
Yeah. Anything about the match itself? Did anything stand out about the thing?
They did the Sami Zayn came down to help out Roman.
Yep.
And then when they hit him, I think it was the haluva kick, but then ended up missing Solo and got Roman right in the face.
Oh.
Yep.
Which led to the losing, basically. So then that led to the whole, is Sami on board or not? Is he with Solo?
Is he a
with
plant?
Roman? Exactly. We did find out the answer to that on SmackDown. We'll get to that later. Or did we? But yeah, for that particular moment, Sami's allegiances were being questioned.
And I guess that leads into the War Games in, is it 2-3
Well,
weeks?
More what happened on SmackDown will do, but yeah, it's all linked, yeah.
Yeah. Setting something up. For, I guess it'd have to be 4-on-4, not 5-on-5.
I'm
I
cool with
think
that.
that's what they're going with, but I don't know. Again, after what happened on SmackDown, it could go either way, really.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, yep, that's points. And then we have the women's tag, Fatal 4-Way women's tag, which was just a 4-way women's match. The current champions, Bianca Belair and Jade, they retained. So, as you were.
Yeah, there was nothing really to. Nothing. It was a good showing from the NXT guys, Last Legend and Jackson. They had a good show. Considering it was the first match in the main roster. Actually, not what was second. They had one on SmackDown before, but yeah, good show.
So if they
But
had
nothing.
is that like a real call up for them now? Are the other
think it
metaphors
is.
going to come up?
I don't know about them too, because
Ah, they can't be
Not really
just
been mentioned.
two of them called the metaphor. We need Gnome
Yeah.
Gar back.
I don't, because on our Crown Jewel, I don't know if you noticed, they didn't refer to them as metaphor. They had their own sort of new Titans runs and stuff. So
Oh, and then well, they were still the metaphor on the pay-per-view.
was it
Maybe they've
SmackDown
dropped that.
first? Maybe it was after that. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Did not mention them as much, so maybe they could just turn up and not really be a big deal.
Is it-
but-
Is it metaphor as in like the, so and so is like a such and such, or
No,
is it
no,
meta and then the number 4?
Well,
No.
the first one was a simile, actually, Smoke.
You're right, because I used like and as. My bad. Thank you.
No, it's metaphor because there's 4 of them.
Well, it's
Okay.
not.
And I
It's
guess they like
meant
Facebook.
Yeah, you have to spell it. 'Cause
It's the dumb
FOUR.
one. It's the dumb one. Okay, gotcha.
It's the dumb version, yeah.
Gotcha.
Piper Niven squashed Chelsea Green by accident. That was also a thing that happened.
She did.
Then we had, speaking of being squashed, Bronson Reed. He ended up losing. He lost to freaking beat Big.
Rollins freaking big.
And
I'm
that's
gonna have to be really honest with this one. I'm gonna say I missed most of this one because it was a knock on my door because it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Well, 5 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. So I had delivery to take in, so I missed most of it. But from what I've
it's
heard, it
a
was a good
long
match.
delivery.
Yeah, it was a thing in the kitchen. I had to move something out the way, and yeah, long and boring story.
Oh, I want to hear that story.
It's just normally when I'm watching wrestling, it's normally silly o'clock in the morning. No one's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
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 You know.
And even
Anyway.
if they do, then there's loads of ad breaks that, it's actually quite nice to be interrupted.
That's true. Yeah.
Have something to do in all those ad breaks. But no, freaking beat Big, and I don't know. Smoot and Beans get a point. So they're both having a perfect game so far.
Not so very well.
I'll
Yeah.
give it time.
Give it time. Not much time, because the next one is the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. We've got World Champion Liv Morgan and Women's Champion Nia Jax. And Liv wins. There was wasn't there some stuff with I keep wanting to say Chelsea Green. It's not Chelsea Green. It's the other one. It's Tiffy. Tiffy getting involved, but didn't cash in. And yeah, that was it. Liv Morgan.
No, she's
Liv gets
teasing
a
it
big
again,
belt.
but she's still not doing it.
Yeah. I don't really like Money in the Bank anymore, if this is what it is. Someone just has the case and says, I'm gonna do it, and then just doesn't do it. Or tries to do it, but then gets knocked out, so for some reason it doesn't count anymore. It's over and over and over again.
Or they come out on stage and have to sign their own contract, and then somebody
That's
steals the
stupid
pen away.
too.
Yeah. I think we just don't
Yeah.
know how. I think folks don't know how to book it properly.
I think at this
I
point,
always like it when. Sorry, go on.
I'd say booking it properly is just not booking it. You have someone win the thing, forget about it, and then one day it will be a surprise when they say, aha, actually, maybe you'll remember 6 months ago I won a thing.
Yeah.
Just don't carry the case around. Don't cash it in over and over and over again. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
It's in the bank. That's the point. In the bank.
I do always like it when they do come to finally cash it in, and whoever the referee is, normally Mike Kyoto for some reason, just forgets about the whole situation, doesn't know what the hell to do.
Wait, what? Are you sure? You want this right now?
You really want to do this now? He's pointing at it all the time. You really want to do
But
this
the
now?
champion's knocked out. Why would you want it now? Yeah. Well, this is still not the time. it's not Tiffy's time. LA Knight defending the United States Championship against longtime rivals Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and retains. So that is a loss for me, a loss for Smoot. Both Beans and Will thought it was LA Knight's night, and it was.
This was a bit of the lull of the night for me. I've seen a lot of people say it was a really good match as well, so it probably was, but I don't know. It just seemed to be a bit slow for me. There was a bit of there's not really much going on.
That was really the whole show. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just kind of there.
True.
It was like watching a house show. And so this was right here, I think, is when Randy Orton and Kevin Owens was supposed to happen. But Owens attacked Orton during his entrance with a chair, and they had a big brawl. And that was it.
At least we got to sing along to Orton's theme. That was the main thing.
Oh man, is that going to be my thumbs down again? People not knowing the words to a song they're trying to sing. There's more to it than just I hear voices. You only know that line. There's so much more.
To be fair, though, I mean, they are foreign people. So, yeah.
I was going to say it happened in France too, but they're also foreign people.
No, to be right though, it happened when I went to the show in Liverpool. Yeah, no one really knows the rest of the words apart from chorus.
No, they just want to do that bit.
But yeah,
it's fine not knowing the words, but then don't pretend you know the words. I hear voices.
That seems like something I would do.
I know the lot. You've got a phone, pull up the lyrics, they're there. You've
Yeah.
had the song for 20 years. You could definitely find the words.
He said that. It was a couple weeks ago. He was on Raw, and after they were doing all the singing again, and he said, "It's nice of you to sing that song, but it's taken you 15 years to catch up." Sure it has.
Who was it that used to have the karaoke, like he had the words on the screen and it would bob? Was that R-Truth with his rap?
Yeah, I think so.
You know.
It was someone had a sing-along entrance music and they had like the words on the screen. Maybe he needs that.
Yeah.
Does, yeah.
According to Wikipedia, as Orton made his entrance, he did his signature pose, but was attacked by Owens with a steel chair. Producer Sean Devari ran in. Oh, he's still there.
Oh, that was right. Yeah, they all got a mention because I think Jamie Noble got involved and Crave mentioned them. Yeah, it was. They mentioned everyone was working backstage on commentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we made some predictions, but I guess they don't really count because the match didn't happen.
It was quite good though. I think it was a good way of doing it. I thought. Good way to advance the story.
Owens climbed onto a staircase above the main floor and hit a flying elbow drop on Orton through a table. I guess he wins the brawl.
Yeah. I think Adam Pearce took an RKO as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny.
And Nick Aldis ran away.
Did.
And then the main event. So this was world champion Cody and Gunther, which I thought was going to be the main event of SummerSlam, but no, they delayed it a little bit. And it was fine. It was another main event style with two guys who were good. And, can't complain. Cody ended up winning though.
Cody won the super big ground deal belt.
He got the other big belt, so that's a point for Smoot, who ends the night strongly.
Damn right.
The rest of us did not. And then afterwards, Triple H came out again, because, it's always about him. And Cody, and he's the real King of Kings. Forget the Champion of Champions. Cody and Liv Morgan posed with both their belts on turnbuckles, and that was about it.
I don't know if you've seen the the post show at all?
No.
No. They did. It was just it's kind of weird, but it was just interesting to see. They did something. I don't know if you ever seen. Do you watch F1 at all?
Try not to.
Formula One. No. Yeah. Fair enough.
I saw Danica Patrick's commentary.
Oh yeah,
You
she
saw
was
that?
getting. She was getting absolutely rinsed on Twitter for that.
And
Yeah.
for good reason as well. It's obviously not. Yeah, it all looks like cars to me as well. I probably would have wanted to do it, but she didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah. Well.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a fast bit there.
Oh dear.
But the reason I brought that up is there's when the Miami in particular, they do it at a couple of Formula Ones, but the Miami in particular, the podium where obviously after they finish the race, where they do the whole presentation, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good way away from where they actually finish the track, at the end of the track. So they all sit, the top three, they get on golf buggies and then they go round to where it's round. What's the football team in Miami? Is it the Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
It's their stadium, so it's round the other side of the stadium. The track literally runs round the stadium, and it's the other side of the stadium. But then they've got cameras in these golf buggies, and they follow the golf buggies right round to where the podium is. They did this exactly the same. The reason I'm mentioning this, they did exactly the same thing at Crown Hill, because they followed Liv and Cody getting into a golf buggy, and then it must be about a 5-minute drive from where the arena was to where this WWE Experience thing is, because that's where they were taking them there to present the belts to them properly again. You know, they already did it in the ring, and then they were getting put in a case to be kept there. They weren't actually keeping the belts really. But yeah, they did this whole thing live, and what's her name? One of the backstage people, Jackie Redmond.
Uh-huh.
She was presenting the post show with Big E, and neither of them had a clue what was going on. I don't think they could see the footage of them all in this golf buggy, but they were just talking absolute nonsense, trying to fill time so they could get to this little ceremony that was happening. It was just 5 minutes awkward live TV. It was great.
Producer couldn't like chime in like, oh, they're going to the trophy presentation or the championship presentation.
I don't know what happened, but it was good. I love awkward live TV. It's the best kind.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, so I have the scores right here for a change. Did I add them up correctly?
Well, let's see. We have. Have I not added them to the main things here? Oh man, no, I haven't. Oh no, I'm so unprepared.
No. Sack 'em.
I'm gonna add these.
Sack 'em.
Sack 'em, yeah. 61, and then I'll put that one.
Carry the one.
A formula here, and then that one plus F61, and that should be. What the hell? It just says Smoot's score is false. There you go. And it says mine is 93. What the hell? All right. Okay. Right. Yay! Got there in the end. So it should have been 7 matches, but it was only 6.
Right.
Because Kevin Owens can't be trusted. He will not follow the rules. That guy, incorrigible.
No.
So out of 6, we have. Oh wow! I thought I did badly. Will, you got 2.
All right.
I got 3. Smoot got 4. And Beans, not even being here, not watching the shows, he got 5.
Yeah, way to go, Beans. Let's go. Catching up.
And he really is, especially with Will's, modest score there. He's now in 4th with 28. Let's see, out of, this is 44. Beans is now on 30. Smoot on 32, and I'm still hanging on 35, but I'm going to need to do better than this, otherwise I won't be for long.
So, I was off by 1 on Beans there, so it's 30, 32,
Oh, okay.
35, 28.
30. So we got 3, 5. So that's 8. That's 11, 14, 19, 22, 20. Yeah, 30. And what else have we got coming up then? We've
Survivor
got
Series
the
in a few weeks.
Survivor Series.
Oh.
There's nothing in December.
I've got a question to raise about this actually.
Saturday night's main event.
I was going to say, are we counting? I know it's not a PLE as such, but it's a special Saturday show. Are we including it?
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought we should.
We're streaming on Peacock. That was airing on NBC as well. If it's on NBC, it's not pay-per-view, right? So
I believe that, you instituted that rule.
It's not a PLE. If that's
it's not
what
PLE. That's what they call them. I don't know. If one of you guys cares enough to make an impassioned argument, then...
Oh, God, not this again.
We can definitely consider it. If we don't do the NXTs, so...
No, but they've not done a Saturday night's main event for quite a while, have they? So.
That's true. They haven't.
Yeah, but is a Saturday night main event a PLE though? We know it's not a pay-per-view, obviously, but
no, it's not. By right, it's not a PLE. No, I'll give you that.
Well, we've got another month to work that one out. Probably not, but
okay.
I'll
go with it.
We'll see.
I'm not.
So we've got Survivor Series, we've got the Rumble. I'm guessing there'll be one kind of an elimination chamber or something in the middle there,
There
and
is.
then WrestleMania.
News on the Elimination Chamber, actually.
Oh, was there already?
Nice segue. There was a rumour, quite a big rumour, actually, because quite a few people reported it, that this was Elimination Chamber was heading to these shows.
Really?
Apparently, it was going to be
so soon.
Manchester or London. They were the two sort of big. I think Birmingham we mentioned as well, but
looks like it's in Toronto.
It turns out it's all bullshit. Yeah, it's going to Toronto. So yeah, they're going to. I believe it's the same stadium where they did WrestleMania. I can't remember the number of WrestleMania. 18.
18.
Of course, it was Hogan Rock, wasn't it?
That was. They said there was 4 main events on that show.
It did too.
Yeah.
So we're not getting a pay-per-view anytime soon. By the looks of it. Bit of a shame, but still.
What else do they have on there? We had. Oh, Maven. Maven won the Hardcore Championship. Our favorite.
Oh, that's why I don't remember.
Maven versus Goldust ended when Spike Dudley pinned Maven. That's so WCW. Edge beat Booker T. They were fighting over shampoo. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Rock Hogan, Triple H beat Chris Jericho after Jericho ran over Steph's dog. Yeah. Oh, that was a disaster. Wow. Okay, back to Toronto though. That's usually a good city.
Yeah,
I bet they know the words to Randy Orton's song.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a bit weird. Canada are getting one so soon because they've got Survivor Series next month. So yeah, it's a bit weird they're getting one so soon afterwards, but there you go. We haven't been totally left out though. There is some news that came out earlier on in the week in terms of UK events.
Are we clashing at the castle again?
Well, no, unfortunately.
Oh.
The road to WrestleMania goes through Europe. However, that gets to Las Vegas. I don't know, but it does.
It's a detour.
It's a bit of a big detour when you listen to where they go. So on the 14th of March, SmackDown TV live from Barcelona in Spain.
Wow. Viva Barcelona.
Yeah. Viva Barcelona, let's go.
Then there's 2 live events in Germany. And then the following Monday, we've got Raw, Monday Night Raw, live from Brussels in Belgium.
Okay, that's not too
there's
far away from here, relatively
quite a few
speaking.
cities that they've not been to before as well. And then the following week, it's the following Friday, the 21st of March. It's is it Bologna? Bologna? I don't know you
Bologna,
say
yeah.
that. Bologna. Italy on last Friday for SmackDown. Then the next day we've got a live event in Belfast.
Okay.
Then the Sunday, another live event in Nottingham.
Hey, they have made it here
Wait till you hear what we're getting
to
next.
the mainland.
On to Monday, the 24th of March, Monday Night Raw live from Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow, Scotland. Nice.
It's the same place they did Clash of the Castle and the OVO Hydro. Then the following Friday, so the same week, the 28th of March, SmackDown live from London, England, in the O2 Arena.
Live from London.
Why London?
2 live events in the Netherlands on the Saturday and Sunday. And then, again, Monday Night Raw live from London, England.
Oh.
So we get,
All
if you
over
count
the
Scotland,
place.
we're getting three live TV tapings in the space of a week.
You should probably count Belfast as well.
That's not TV taping.
Oh. Sorry, Finley. You don't count.
So yeah, and apparently the story came out after that is there's a lot of people complaining. More so your collection of people, Smooth. Because people were saying that
your collection.
People were saying, well, these events are obviously going to be taped because there's over here and obviously with different time zones and all that. And people weren't very happy with the fact that what will be the last week's worth of shows before Mania would be taped. It's then since come out. Apparently, Netflix have turned around and said that they're quite open to the idea of broadcasting them live, whatever time they're on.
Ooh.
So we could have Raw on a Monday afternoon over in the US.
Yeah, that actually would be kind of neat.
Crazy.
I suppose with the advantage of being on Netflix, they could really go live whenever they want, couldn't they? Because they're not restricted to channel times and all that. So yeah, that could be interesting. I think it's the 14th of the last 2 weeks of March. Basically, they're on the road. So there you
go. Excuse me.
All right.
I did have a little look at
some tickets. They're all over Europe.
Yeah. Did have a look at getting some tickets to maybe Barcelona because it's not that far away, is it? Just get a cheap flight to Barcelona. But the tickets weren't as cheap as I thought. The flights weren't as thought as what they were going to be. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think they've got wind of people wanting to get there again, so they've put all the flights up.
Oh man.
Plus it's Friday, so it's tickets go up a bit, don't they? Getting into the weekend, they always do. Train tickets the same. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see the TV shows at different arenas, different locations.
Yeah,
especially them Spain, Belgium, Italy. That'd be interesting.
Belgium's a new one, yeah. Spain and Belgium, I don't think they've been to for TV.
Didn't they do Italy once? I don't know where they found Santino
did. That's
Marella.
when Santino Marella debuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Italy. They did Japan that time.
That's right, they did, yeah.
Beast in the East. And I think there was another one as well before that.
I was thinking it's a shame it's that close to Mania because I always think when they did Money in the Bank here last year. Was it last year or the year before? Never was.
Money in the Bank was here, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that weekend, so they've got SmackDown at the O2 on Friday the 28th of March. Then the Saturday, Sunday, and then the Monday the 31st of March, they've got Raw at the O2 again. That would have been, they should do that as a weekend and do a PLE on the Saturday or Sunday as well. I imagine they'd make quite a fortune doing that. Not that they don't already, but
Yeah.
Did you want to discuss what happened on Raw and SmackDown this week?
Yeah, kind of just one last thing on the ticket situation as well.
Sure, go for it.
I think we mentioned it last week about AEW. This does kind of affect AEW because we were talking about Forbidden Door, and they've already announced it's going to be in London, but they've not said where.
Live in London.
And apparently this is the reason why, because the O2 Arena have some sort of agreement that they can't announce similar events or something within a certain time period. So they basically got to wait till the events have gone on sale and or probably maybe even these events have actually happened before they can say if they're hosting AEW. So it could be at least April before tickets go on sale for Forbidden Door. So that's something worth mentioning.
You're right. So that means it is probably the O2.
It does look that way. There's no, unless they.
And they gave a date as well, didn't they? It's that same bank holiday weekend.
Same bank holiday, yeah.
That's worth knowing. Yeah, I did that exact trip quite recently over to the O2, and yeah, the Airbnb was way too expensive, but actually getting to the place not too bad. Not too bad. So maybe I'll keep an open mind on that one. May happen.
So speaking of Raw and other locations, I forgot to mention they did Raw in Saudi Arabia this week.
That's different.
They stayed on to do it on. I think they did it on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Wasn't live. They did it on a Sunday afternoon in the same place they did Crown Jewel, which made Raw look like the bigger event it's ever looked, in the big arena with all the pyro and everything. I can't remember a great deal of what happened on it. It was a fairly non-eventful show, from what I remember. They had Sammy. I remember Sammy trying to basically plead his case that he hit Roman in the face by accident. Jay was believing him. Jimmy wasn't. So then Jay said, "Come to SmackDown on Friday, and we'll talk it out with Roman and see what happens." So they did. That happened on SmackDown. What else happened on Raw before we get to that? Damian Priest won a Fatal 4-Way for the #1 contenders ship. So he will now face Gunther, probably at Survivor Series, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Or another time. I don't know when they've not announced that yet. What else happened? Just looking through the results, can't really remember a lot of it.
Yeah, they really abbreviated the recaps here ever since Raw moved
did,
to 2
didn't they?
hours.
Yeah. That was a weird thing, actually. I don't think you would have noticed it on USA, but on TNT over here with Raw's on.
Yeah.
First time for a while, I don't know why, but first time for a while I actually watched it live on Monday night. And when it finished, when the 2-hour portion of the show finished, the actual show on the Sky Guide is still set for 3 hours. So I just thought maybe they just haven't altered it or whatever, but no, it was kind of weird. Once the live portion, or it wasn't live, but you know what I mean. Once the wrestling portion of the show finished, it came back to like a studio discussion thing with I can't remember the name. One of the hosts, the backstage hosts. She's not really at the shows very often, but she's done all the European shows.
Kayla Braxton.
No. She's not with the company anymore.
She's left.
Damn it. Charlie Caruso.
She's left as well.
Yeah, she's not with the company either.
Kathy Kelly.
She's still there, but wasn't
her? Maria Menounos.
No, she's not there.
Too big time.
Yeah, what was her name? Sarah Schreiber.
Oh, Sarah
Oh,
Schreiber.
yeah, her.
Her and the other Tool, the bald head. What's his name? Pete Rosenberg. They do like a discussion thing, and they show highlights from Raw. I don't know whether we're as only the UK getting that or anyone else is getting that, but it seemed to be they tried to drag discussing a 2-hour show and showing highlights into an hour.
Yeah, that's
And
weird.
I only caught the first 20 minutes, and I thought this is really weird. It was just a weird show. What happened on SmackDown then? Let's have a look. SmackDown was the more eventful show. Seems to be that way a lot these days, actually. Seem to be focusing a lot more on SmackDown for some reason. So yeah, we started off with Roman coming out and doing the whole tribal chief thing. Sammy come out and said that again the kick wasn't meant for him. Also, I've just noticed they've not updated that website. You're actually on it there, Smith. If you go back to the main page for
It still says
it
preview.
shows. It still says preview.
Yeah.
Preview and something's that's already happened. So yeah, they basically left. Sammy said he apologised. Then he said he wanted an apology, but it wasn't for him. He wanted Roman to apologise to Jay for everything he'd done. And then Roman said, basically, you're having a laugh. I don't need to apologise to anyone. And he basically said to Sammy to get out. He wouldn't have wanted to do with him, that type of thing. So it looked like the whole reunion was over with for now. Bailey had a match with Candice LeRae. Bailey won. Then Orton came out and was pissed off and seemed to have lost his voice at the same time. He couldn't really speak properly. And then Kevin, I think probably why they cut it short, because I think he must have some sort of throat thing or something. He must have lost his voice. He didn't really do much for a promo. Kevin Owens ran out and basically attacked him, and then something you don't see on WWE very often at all these days. He hit him with a pile driver.
Well, yeah, you don't see those.
You don't see that in WWE. You see it all the time in fucking AEW.
Yeah, quite a few people pointed this out. See, a few people say this is how you do a pile driver, where he's injured and hurt.
Yeah, I was one of those people
in AEW, and he gets up 5 minutes later.
Yeah. I was one of those people.
Was it? So this is the clip. I know we're not showing this, but yeah, this is the clip. So yeah, everyone was like shocked by it. Cole was calling them all kinds of names, and Graves was saying this is disgusting and all this.
Like honestly, I mean, I know it's a pile driver, but that was probably the safest looking pile driver Kevin Owens could do.
It was, yeah.
It looked pretty good, yeah. Yeah.
Also ironic that Jason Jordan's trying to break this up, by the way. Somebody with neck issues.
Austin always said that like taking a Rikishi driver was the safest thing. There's just so much ass there. Like, there's no way that your head could possibly hit. Owens doesn't have the Rikishi butt, but he's got enough going on there that I'm pretty sure Orton was safe. Oh, and he's 6 inches off the mat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he leant right back. So
my only issue is that Orton should have sold it harder here.
Well, he did. He's
kind of doing the freezing up thing.
He can't move, can he? Supposedly. And then they stretcher him out. I didn't quite like it, actually. It was a bit uncomfortable. I know it's obviously it's a tough stage, whatever, but when he was getting stretched out, he was really heavily groaning. It sounded yeah.
Well, there he looks more like he looks more worried than hurt there.
Yeah.
Like he's no selling the pain, but he's like, my neck. That's
Shane Helms as well.
Yeah,
they were all
Shane Helms and Jason Jordan.
Meanwhile, AEW would be like, yeah, this is too graphic. We're not showing this or posting it on social media.
Well, funny enough, while they're showing this replay, Corey Graves was saying why are we showing this again? Well, why are we doing this again? Well, we can only see this again. But yeah, they were all, Graves and Cole both mentioned, this is a banned move. They did quite well in it. They said we've not allowed this move in WWE for years because it can cause injuries.
Except for
I
the
had to laugh
for
at
some reason, he was always allowed.
He was allowed to, yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Robinson looking very concerned in the minute there.
That's a shot. I didn't mean to pause it there, but that's a hell of a shot. See, it looked like he saw it harder on the stretcher than he did in the ring.
Don't know where Cody came from. Cody just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's always got to get involved.
When they drag him out in a minute, you see the look on Charles Robinson's face. Charles Robinson's doing a great acting job. You see it in a sec. There he is. Look at the concern. little shake of the head.
I can't believe what he's seen.
Is this the part where he's like groaning?
It's when he gets through the back in a minute.
Okay. I may have to unmute for
Also,
that.
they might cut it out, but there's a real awkward bit when he gets them in the ambulance and they're all waiting to go, and no one moves. And it's only for like a couple of seconds, but it's just awkward. They'll just stood there, go, what now? It's probably here now, actually, when they get through to the back.
All right, let's see if we can get away with the audio here.
It is.
Ooh. Is he a ghost? What's happening here? My God.
Then wait till they get him in a minute.
So far as it's just one continuous shot, I don't think they. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna
didn't
edit
cut it. They went
Okay.
straight through, yeah.
So let's see. They get him into the ambulance here. He's probably still going ooh like a ghost.
Also, Cody's there and says, I'll go with him. I was in the car, I go, hang on, no, you've got a show to do, you stay here.
Yeah, what are they doing? They're just.
They're just kind of. Yeah,
No,
lift him up.
this isn't even the weirdest bit in a minute.
This guy doesn't
Put
know
the audio
how
back on if you can, Smoot.
It looked like
Couple of seconds.
Oh my God! He almost tipped him.
Yeah.
Put the audio on for me if you can.
Okay, hold on. Let me back it up here. Let me back it up. All right, you want the
So
audio?
they're all
on?
ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, a little bit. So they get him in. It's taking a while getting him in, but they get him in
Uh huh.
eventually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nearly.
Slowly. As he does it.
Right.
Uh huh.
So they're all in now. The guy has to shout at them.
They're just sat there. Yeah, doors.
Fair enough. You just close the doors. What are you waiting for?
And they went to the hospital. They didn't go to a medical facility.
Mm. Oh, there's
Um,
Charles Robinson's face there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the concern. So the update, because we're all about the updates here. Randy Orton has been diagnosed with a cervical cord neuropraxia.
No, not a cervical cord neuropraxia.
Whatever the hell that means. But it sounds important.
Yeah. It's, nerve damage in the neck, I guess.
Mm. So back to the rest of SmackDown. DIY and Gargano and Ciampa from DIY. They're teasing a bit of a split again. They did this a couple of months back, and doing it again. Ciampa's getting pissed off at losing all the time. And he basically won this tag match on his own. He didn't even tag Gargano in. And then they had a bit backstage where they're talking. Gargano was talking to the Machine Guns, because obviously they've got a lot of history with them three, haven't they? And Ciampa was pissed off that he was talking to them because they took their belts and whatever. And as Ciampa was walking out of that match, he wouldn't speak to Gargano at all. And Cole said, "This is a lot like the Ciampa we used to see in NXT." The old Blackheart Ciampa.
Dun dun dun.
Cool.
So they're teasing that a bit, which I thought that would be cool if he went back to that, because he was a cool character. Bianca and Jade beat Nia Jax and Tiffany in a non-title match for some reason or other. The Machine Guns beat Grayson Waller and Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And
the original Bloodline.
So the main bit, yeah. So this was there was supposed to be a undisputed tribal chief announcement ceremony or something, where basically they were going to announce Solo as the undisputed tribal chief. Roman came out and said, "No, you're not. It should be me and all this." And he said, "You're not a tribe. You haven't got a tribe with you. So how can you be a tribal chief?" So then he said they were basically trying to get the Blues to making the match for War Games.
Mm-hmm.
So then Roman was stood there with Jay and Jimmy, and he said, "You're one short." So this is why I'm thinking they might go with the 4. You're one short, because obviously he'd already said no to Sammy earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Solo said, "Well, Roman said to them, you're one short. You've only got 4 years." And then anyway, Sammy came out and said he's part of their team now as well. So it looks like Sammy was on Solo's side. And then they had a bit of a brawl. Solo got hold of Roman in the middle of the ring and then told Sammy to kick him in the face. And then he didn't. He purposely missed Roman and kicked Solo in the face. So then...
Excuse me.
Sorry. They all stood at the end holding the wand in the sky like they used to. And the OG bloodline is back. For now. There's still a bit of dissension though. Jay's not totally on board. He seems to be, but he's not. Roman still clearly has some sort of hatred for Sammy as well, even though he saved him in this time. So there's still something going on. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be the 4-on-4 at War Games.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of cool with it.
Well, it's kind of cool to see the bloodline back again.
The OG bloodline, even though they're
also noticed if you just go back a couple of seconds there to when you see Solo on the stage.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was you'll see him in a minute. I'll tell you when to stop. There you go. Solo's dressed as the Rock from the 90s.
I was going to say that's a familiar look.
If you smell what the Solo is cooking. There you go.
So yeah, it's still no one seems to know where. The Rock's not even been mentioned since he come back and counted to 3 of Bad Blood. So I don't know where he's going to factor in. He obviously is at some point. But yeah. They also the bit before the start of the show when Sammy was apologising for kicking him in the face. He nearly got. Sammy's got this thing of trying to make Roman laugh in the middle of the promos. I mean, he nearly got him again. He said that he loved them, and he went, "I bet you love me too, don't you?" And you could just tell Roman was doing his best just not to laugh. Sammy he even pointed out as well. He went, "See, look, he's trying not to laugh, aren't he?"
And so that is your recap of Raw and
I've missed a bit out. Sorry, quite an important bit from SmackDown actually. It was only done in a backstage sort of promo, but if you can play that just for us, even smooth.
Let's see, Nick. The women's.
Yeah, the
US,
women's US title's been unveiled.
Ah,
Which looks a lot like the men's
course,
US title with the word women's on it.
there you go. That's what it looks like.
So he did say during the little backstage bit that he did that it's for both brands, which is interesting. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be honest with you.
Not sure whether there's multiple camera angles of this.
Yes, it's just the men's title with the word women on it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's more like, I'd say it's unnecessary. We'd say it all the time about AEW. Too many belts. But the ones you've got well before you add more. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay.
I do. If it is for both brands, though, I think they've probably limited themselves in that. Because obviously, if they had this one, people say you're going to have to do a women's Intercontinental title. But by saying this is available for both brands, and that kind of negates that, doesn't it, I suppose?
It's weird that the women's division has the mid-card and, I guess, tag belts that are across both. But still need 2 world titles.
Yeah, well, I
could just cut down the champions across the board and have them all do the 2 brands.
True.
And you won't need so many belts all over the place.
I don't know about you, I'm not keen on that title design at all. I've never liked it.
Yeah, it's really too gaudy.
Too many belts, that's another thumbs down.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Speaking of, here we are. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thought they might have brought in a new one with LA Knight becoming champion, but really not. Although he's customised it a bit, he's customised the actual belt part of it. They've got like the LA logo all over the back of it.
Oh, cool.
That was the thing as well. If Vince was watching the Crown Jewel, he'd been having kittens. They called the hospital, and they kept referring to the Crown Jewel belt.
Yeah, true.
I mean, shocking behaviour.
That's good. I'm glad we get some words back. It's almost worth giving a thumbs up to. Too many WWE belts. Yeah, AEW has the same problem. Ring of Honor has the same problem. There's just too many belts all over the place.
Just in general?
New Japan has too many belts. There's just too many belts. Why are there so many belts?
Yeah, I think he needs to get rid of our Ring of Honor, doesn't he, really?
That was my my prediction stuff 2024 that he was going to get rid of Ring of Honor. He's got about 6-7 weeks left to do it in. Otherwise they lose a point.
Where's Dynamite here? I gotta pull up footage here for my thumbs up, thumbs down.
I haven't seen Dynamite this week.
Okay. Will, what do you have for thumbs up here, or thumbs down?
Thumbs up. What can we go with thumbs up? The way they did the whole Kevin Owens thing. Thought it was different. At Crown Jewel, sorry. Yeah, just that really.
It's Crown Jewel Brawl.
Okay, so the way that they did the brawl with Owens and Orton, you said?
Yeah, just not having a match, but then still forward in the story of it.
Okay.
I know they've done things like that before. It's nothing new, but just like the way they did it.
I'm with you on that.
Thumbs down. I can't think of one right now. Well, I'll think of maybe what you're about to show me. I might have one.
Here's the thumbs up here. Watch watch Claudio as he comes out with I guess they're calling themselves John Moxley and the Death Riders, no longer the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't know what the fucking post-it notes on the jacket here, but watch this.
Why you got posted up?
Watch this.
Nice.
Yeah, hacky sacking a fan's action figure box twice, and the fan catches it.
That's pretty cool.
Can we see who the action figure was of?
I don't. Here, I don't
Just
know.
be
Let's
interested to
see.
see if we can find it out though. Be Daniel Bryan or something.
Looks like Adam Cole. I don't know if there's. I can't do frame by frame with this here unless I can.
No.
Hold on. Unless I can do playback speed. Okay.
We can do very slow playback speed.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, the guy did a great job catching it, I gotta say.
It did
Yeah.
work catching it, yeah. Good on him.
Maybe when it comes in the frame here. This is like the Zapruder film with JFK all over again. Back and to the left, back and to the left.
That's just weird.
Yeah, this whole thing is kind of odd. I want to say Adam Cole looks like.
It does look like Adam Cole. Is that? Yeah, that's a big picture on the back. It's got to be a figure of whoever's on the back. I tell you what, we can look up the Adam Cole action figure on Google Images. Adam Cole AEW action figure, and see if it looks like that box.
Pink background put me off.
I can't see the back.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I would have said Adam Cole, but the back of the box just put me off. The way it's pink.
Yeah, if it would have just like rotated a little bit more, that would have been something.
Yeah.
So
But no, that is quite funny. I like that.
that's my thumbs up. It is Claudio just hacky sacking a fan's boxed action figure, and the fan catching it in midair. I caught a glimpse of that, like I said, and it was just like, oh, that's pretty neat. My thumbs down comes after this match, believe it or not. Let me see if I can pull that. And it's when Marina gets in the ring here. Oh, I just passed it. Okay, there we go. Actually, I need to speed this up a bit. Okay, there's Marina on the outside. Oh, I think this is after. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So Wheeler Yuta goes after Orange Cassidy.
Oof.
Orange punch the Yuta. Orange punch the Claudio. Orange takes off the elbow pad. Marina gets in the ring. Kicks the shit out of Bryce Remsburg, but it doesn't fucking connect. And then Remsburg has to sell it.
Jumps out of the ring.
Dude.
Wow.
And they didn't even bother to replay this, and I wonder why.
Well, there's no good angle of that.
Yeah, like, you can't... I'm sorry. But I saw this live, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, come on.
Kind of kicks at him.
Yeah.
Oh, she got him in the shoulder.
But she kind of like puts the foot up and pushes him away.
Yeah.
And he massively oversells it.
Yeah.
And now he's dead on the floor. That's one of those. Surely, as you're diving out of the ring, you think, okay, well, that didn't really connect. I'll just fall out of the ring and you know, maybe I won't play dead. I just, you know, it was enough to knock me out of the ring. But no, he's done.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, and he's got a skateboard.
Yep. I was just turning into a Dynamite watch-along here.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to say, I've seen a clip of this.
Whoa.
Well, actually, someone who I know doesn't really watch AEW. I think it was on ITV4 last night, wasn't it? They were flicking through the channels, and they came across this, and they said, "Why is there a guy?" He said he doesn't watch AEW at all. He said, "Why is there a guy hitting people with a skateboard and no one is responding to it?"
Well, you see, that's just part of the company.
So I said, "I've not seen it myself, but I assumed he meant Darby Allin."
Yeah. Wow.
God, yeah, that took a rough landing.
That must have been.
Yeah.
Overall, Dynamite was kind of like, it was alright. Nothing too terribly awful that made me want to regret being a wrestling fan. But nothing too terribly great that was like, wow, this is cinema. This is incredible. Yeah, so that's pretty much my thumbs for the week there. What do you guys got? Chuck has 2 apparently.
Yeah, both negatives.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen a whole lot. I'm gonna have to go to Crown Jewel for a thumbs up, and there wasn't a lot on that show that I think is really worth it.
Nia Jax not getting a ring.
Oh man, that probably is for the best, but I don't know if I'm that much of a hater. My favorite thing this week is someone's failure.
Will, do you have anything while he's thinking about it?
I've got a thumbs down. It's not really mine. I'm going to steal it from what I've seen on Twitter. I just think it's a good point.
Yeah.
I can't remember who actually made the point, but otherwise I credit them. But it was the fact that AEW is basically really needs a big star right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they had possibly their biggest star, Kenny Omega, appear on New Japan rather than an AEW show.
Okay.
Which I thought was a good point. I didn't see either, but I thought it was a point worth mentioning. I believe Kenny Omega's announced he's going to be having a match in next month, or January, near enough next month, in New Japan. Have I misread that? No?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Got it on my own then.
I was just looking for good things from this week, and I've got nothing.
So I keep blinking the text in his box here about Nia Jax not getting a ring. Yeah, is there anything else on? You said you haven't watched Dynamite.
I haven't seen Dynamite yet. There's probably something good on there.
Adam Cole was in a match with Malachi Black that was kind of odd. Here, let me pull
Yeah,
up the tweets.
wasn't there a rumor that was his last match or something?
Yeah, but apparently something's come out that's like, I'm not retiring, I'm not leaving, you know, something like that. MJF taking the piss out of Bully Ray.
Yes, let's see that.
So cool meeting. This is pretty great. And I follow this guy on Twitter, Rob Franzese, the real life Peter Griffin. It was so cool meeting up with my old pal Bully today at my autograph signing. He waited so patiently for his turn. This is in response to No DQ saying Bully Ray says MJF would get killed by him if they competed on the microphone with no scripts.
I don't know that that's true.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think MJF would probably take him to the woodshed, so to speak. Bully Ray responded here in probably one of the worst rebuttals I think I've I've seen here. He just says, "Go punch a wall, Chubbs." So I take that for what it's worth. Oh,
Wait. Sorry.
all good. Anything else? Well,
Speaking of,
I mean, we're
Well,
still
we're
trying to
ready,
get, we're still
fully
trying to
ready.
fish for our thumbs here for
Yeah,
Chuck's here.
I'm having to dig pretty far down in this week's news for a good. Is this true? Here's a tweet for you. There you go. Is that true?
our newest game. Is this true?
Yeah. You need a graphic for this.
Subscriber exclusive. Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hayes on temporary leave from WWE. They found the leak. They found the McMahon leak.
They've got to be two of the last Vince guys left, haven't they?
Oh,
yeah, I would have thought so.
I'm not a subscriber to
Yeah,
the.
I've not heard that before, but
So that could be some thumbs.
Okay, if you want.
Um,
Powerhouse Hobbs came back, by the way.
oh, that's cool. I'm wondering where he's been. He's one of those guys that always seems to get to a certain level and never any further.
Hook choking out one of the Who Kidnapped Samoa Joe ninjas from TNA for some reason, posing as the patriarchy security guards. Kip Sabian filling in for Luchasaurus.
I've got another thumbs up actually. I don't know if you want to steal this one.
Go ahead.
It's NXT. Doing a show at the ECW arena on Tuesday. It's quite good.
Oh yeah.
Quite a lot of ECW references, including Bubba Ray in a match. There's quite a cool bit at the end where it was obviously common. They did the get the tables bit. With Trick Williams, he went outside to get a table, and there was no tables under the ring. He went all around each side. There was no tables there, and then the Dudley's theme started playing, and Devon brought a table up,
Oh good.
which was kind of cool.
Prince Nana going hard with the coffee gimmick. Just having a bag of his own shit there. The what was it? No honor match, the no honor no DQ match here, where they almost scored a plastic cup into this recycling bin over here between Kyle O'Reilly and Big Bill. I mean, that's if they would. I feel like the match had to have stopped if they actually would have gotten one of those in there. But do you want to go with that, Chuck's the subscriber news story of possibly Pritchard and Hayes on the way out?
I guess so.
Boo.
There's also a tweet here from Donovan Dijak, tweeting to Ricochet saying, "Hi Ricochet, this is Donovan Dijak. Last time you saw me, I was T-Bar.
Okay.
Sorry about the retribution stuff." That's pretty good too. But
yeah,
I've really got nothing until I can watch Dynamite. That's pretty much all I've got.
I've got a thumbs down. I've seen this during the week and I just found it again. Sorry. It's whatever the fuck this is.
Hold on. Whee! There we go. Whatever this is, I'll load this up here. This is why this is why a performance center is important. Fuck this shit.
What the hell are they doing?
Cartwheels.
Best.
Cartwheels.
This is Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
That's even worse than Ricochet and What's his name?
Actually,
Osprey's flippy shit.
I mean, you could make an argument that one of them will get dizzy enough to be susceptible to the impact part of that move.
No, don't defend it.
Well, I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just trying to give some
explain why they're
reason.
doing it.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know, bro. I could see Rock and Austin breaking this out in any of their WrestleMania matches.
Just put on the.
His gimmick is
Thumbs
doing
down.
cartwheels. Great.
Great, yeah.
Just put flippy bullshit on the graphics.
Thumbs down. Thumbs down, flippy bullshit. Okay. Alright. There you go. Anything else?
No. That's
Alrighty.
it. That's it for this week.
How about the idea that Vince McMahon is apparently starting up his own company again?
Did we mention that last week? And we were just like, eh.
Did we?
Yeah. I think we all kind of agreed that he doesn't do well outside of wrestling, and even inside.
Yeah, we
wrestling.
did. Sorry, you're right,
that's
we did.
alright. It's alright. It's still just as a downer of a thing.
Oh well, he's going to be cleared of all charges soon anyway, so it'll be no problem.
Maybe.
Yeah. God, the election. Ugh. Aye.
You're not hyped about the election results?
Yeah. What's your reaction? Election reaction.
Yes. Really putting me on the spot here. I think people are just misinformed, and
That's generally true.
yeah, I think the whole misinformation of stuff is probably way more rampant than before. That, or they just don't like.
In what way? In terms of he's not an idiot, or
He's not an idiot. Supposedly not a rapist. Supposedly, all these crimes they committed, and people I guess think that it's not real, which I don't know what fucking reality they're living in, but yeah, I don't know. I guess people thought he would be a better choice than a woman who seemed qualified for the job, but campaigned horribly. I don't know.
I was talking to someone we all know. Actually, I'll remain nameless, but we all know who I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll tell you afterwards.
Gotcha.
And they were saying they were before the election. It was a couple of days beforehand, and we were just talking about different things. And he said he lives in Texas, and he said, for what it's worth, he wasn't backing anyone. Actually, I don't think he was going to vote. But for what it's worth, he said when Trump was president first time round,
Yeah.
he said he owned his own business at the time, and he said they'd never made more money. That they were making it hand over fist. They were everything generally with the economy was just a much better position. He said since Biden came in, they've had all kinds where they've lost money and they've never been in a worse position.
Mm-hmm.
That is also a valid argument because apparently, another thing you kind of point at is that everybody seems to be unhappy with Biden on both sides with how in the toilet the economy is and things like that. And since the inflation stuff has kind of subsided, prices are still high for some reason, and they're not really doing anything about that to lower them. And I think with Doofus taking the Carrot Man taking over again, I don't know if things will subside, but
to be fair though, the inflation thing is not just an American problem. We have that here.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have died down, but you're not seeing it in the shops. Everything's still expensive.
Well, nothing's ever gonna go down. That's just the way it works. Things go up and they don't go down again. You just have to wait for wages to catch up, which they haven't.
Yeah.
I'm no economist, but I'm sure a lot of it is COVID stuff. Everything slowed down, and it's hard to make up that ground. And people point to the stock market and say, well, actually, under Biden, the U.S. economy, the stocks, if you look at the 500, it's all going up. It's all looking great, stronger than just about anyone else. But people don't feel it. Companies might be doing fine. People don't feel it.
Yeah.
So there's a real split there, and each side will argue that it's doing great. No, it's doing terribly, and they're each pointing at different things to come up with that.
The guy I was talking to, his argument was basically that I think he was sort of leaning towards maybe voting for Trump. I don't know if he did or not. I spoke to him afterwards. But I think he was sort of leaning towards the fact that, well, obviously he was, that he started off in business, didn't he? He is a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
He might be an idiot, but he seems to know what he's doing in business.
Much like Vince,
but,
I don't trust him with a lot, but he knows branding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we'll see.
Isn't it?
We'll see what happens. It's not looking good, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
He's not as funny as he used to be. That's the worst thing about Trump. He used to be funny. Now, no, I'm not feeling it so much. Seems to be a lot thinner skinned these days. Takes things a lot more personally. He gets baited a lot more easily. And
he's almost 80.
He's almost 80. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. Anyway, we'll be back next week.
My favorite fact about Trump was back when he was first president.
Yeah.
And I heard it, I don't know how true this was, but I heard it on someone said, when obviously they move into the White House, there's a personal chef who lives in the White House and basically cooks the president's meals all the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he said when he moved in, the chef was like discussing what he wanted, and he said he didn't so much sack him because he couldn't, because he had to be there, but he said he just completely ignored everything the chef wanted to give him and got McDonald's brought in all the time.
Yeah.
Lad.
It's great, isn't it? Oh well.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week. What's? I think it's Full Gear. I think, right? It's the next one.
No, that's
the week after.
We got a couple of weeks. Yeah, got a couple of weeks where we've got nothing.
Okay. So next week will just be like a regular week, and then we'll be on here if there's anything important to talk about. And Full Gear, and then War Games, back to back.
Yeah, is that the same weekend?
No, they're separated a week apart.
No.
23rd and the 30th. Yeah, okay.
So that's what we got. Hopefully you'll join us then. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening and enjoy your weekend. Good night.